this is just the craziest thing ever. Like, I never would have expected to be in this situation ever. And I think that's one thing that keeps me, like, sometimes I'm optimistic about that, and then sometimes I'm like sad, like, God, why did I, of all people, have to get this type of twins? So, you know, but it's like, you know, to whom much is given, much is required. What's poppin', you guys? We're gonna jump right into it. So, without further ado, I have some interesting news to announce. Your girl is pregnant with twins. Yes, I am at this, well, by the time you see this, I'll be 4 months confirmed, but I am 4 months pregnant with twins. Okay, so I have some notes right here that I'm on my notebook or whatever, looking down at. So if I look down, that's what I'm looking at, and then I have a mirror behind me, so bear with me or whatever. But so just starting off, I just want to say, what's poppin', you guys? It is 2020. Oh my goodness, I don't even know how long it's been since I've done an actual video on here, but I knew that this situation would be the perfect time to document my experience and try to keep up with it for myself and for anyone else that may be dealing with the type of pregnancy that I'm dealing with. We're going to get into the details. If you hear my dog barking, excuse her. She's a Shih Tzu. They just bark at everything. I don't know. But yeah, so yes, your girl is pregnant with twins. Oh my gosh. So getting right into the details, I definitely want to give a little bit of the timeline of me finding out everything and everything like that. But just to get the big thing out the way, I am having identical twins, you guys. I found out that I was pregnant at 5 weeks, which is like super early, kind of, you know, in the pregnancy discovery world, I guess. And like, it was so weird when I found out I was pregnant, which I'm gonna do a whole video about that, because that's a lot. That's another story for another day. Just getting into the big things right now to let y'all know your girl is pregnant with identical twins. Okay, so I found out I was pregnant at 5 weeks, and I did not find out I was pregnant with twins until I was 10 weeks. That was the longest 5 weeks ever. Let me let you know, during the coronavirus, being pregnant, this has been very stressful. Very stressful, very worrisome, very worrisome, very crazy. So, finding out that I was pregnant with twins at 10 weeks, and also when I found out, I actually just post like a sonogram here. My twins. They were actually like facing each other in that one. But finding out that I was pregnant with twins at 10 weeks, actually my doctor kind of gave me a little information about like what she saw, whatever. Because me personally, as most people would think, most people who think of twins, we only think of two types of twins. You have fraternal twins, you have identical twins. So you don't think about the different type of ways twins are conceived. So I myself was completely, you know, hit with a left turn when she revealed to me that I was having identical twins, because they could see at 10 weeks that my twins were in the same, possibly the same sac, or the same sac together. So right there, my doctor was very concerned. She wanted me to go to a specialist, a women's care doctor, and I was really appreciative of that. But me being, you know, totally hit with left field, even find out that I was having twins, me personally, I didn't know that there were different types of identical twins. I didn't know what made twin pregnancies high risk. You know, no one really just knows that information unless you experienced it. But so she told me that there were 4 different types of twins, which I can put a picture here as well, a picture here of the 4 different types. Of course, just breaking down briefly, the 4 different types is basically the twins can have merged sacs, which would be, the names are beyond me, so I'm just gonna list the names as I go. Yeah, okay, so it could be, so these are the 4 types of twins. I'm gonna go through them really quickly, just a quick list, not all the details till we get to the ones that I'm having. You can have a set of twins that are in separate sacs, separate placentas, but they're merged. You can have a set of identical twins that are in separate sacs and have separate separate placentas. And then you can have types of twins that are in separate sex but one placenta, so they're kind of in there together but they share one food source. And then you can have the type that are I don't know if I said 4, I think I missed one, but hey, you can have the type that I'm having, which is the mono twins. I'll put the long word here because I'm not going to butcher the word. It's very, very difficult to pronounce, but it's two identical twins in one sac, one placenta. So they're sharing their space and they're sharing their food. And this is the most high risk pregnancy. Just finding out that at 12 weeks was a lot. Like, I actually ended up going to the specialist, discovering that I do have the mono twins, which the next 2 weeks, you know, after I found out that I was having twins, I was like so worried that hopefully I have the ones that are not as high risk. I would be the oddball to have the ones that are extremely high risk, but no worries, you know. And at that point, like when I actually found out that I was having mono twins, I was like consumed with so much like worry and fear, because I didn't want to, which people don't even, if you're from where I'm from, people know that I'm having twins, but they don't know what the actual situation is. But I was so scared to like talk about what type of twins they are, because they are high risk for miscarrying. They are high risk for them hurting one another, getting wrapped up together. There are high risk for having twin to twin transfer, which one twin can get bigger than the other one. And they're just high risk to not make it to 6 months. So me being 4 months now is kind of like really scary, you know, but I've decided to put my faith over my fear and not focus on that, because I really was supposed to do this at 12 weeks. And I said I was going to announce and like start my, you know, my journey at 12 weeks once I found out what type they were. But I got really discouraged. You know how the devil works, plays on your mind. So I'm starting at 16 weeks and I'm documenting this process going forward. So just jumping into the details of the mono twins. I know this is what you're here for. I'll probably timestamp this part. So without further ado, mono twins. All right. So I really don't know how to pronounce this word. I'm gonna have to put a voice memo.
Monoamniotic monochorionic.
Cool. But as I said before, mono twins are a set of identical twins, so they will be 2 girls or 2 boys. A set of identical twins that are in the same sac, same placenta together. So therefore they are touching, nothing is dividing them, and they are sharing food. Some of the quick off the top of my head details that stand out: this type of twin is 1 in 60,000 sets of twins. So you're pretty rare if you have these type of twins. Also, these type of twins typically split between 8 and 14 days after conception. So once I became pregnant, which I found out I was pregnant in March, so when I got pregnant in February, give or take a day, my eggs did not decide that they wanted to be 2 people until about let's say 8 to 10 days after they were conceived. Once that happens, then the formation of the placentas in the sac start to develop. Unfortunately, my set of twins decided that they wanted to be together and they wanted to share. So that was that. So before I'm 6 months, it's actually a 50% chance that they will survive or they won't. And then after I'm 6 months, it goes up to 75 and 80% of survival. So it is a very high risk pregnancy. I've actually been going to the doctor every 2 weeks. I have 2 sets of doctors at the moment: my local OBGYN and delivery doctor, and a women's specialty doctor, which is located in a different city actually, and I travel there. So I've been going to either or every 2 weeks, and it's been really great though. They've been very informative about everything, so that has been really keeping me sane, just going and seeing them every 2 weeks and keeping update with everything. So yeah, But beyond that, I think that I think that God doesn't make any mistakes, and you have to just take the risk and just have faith and believe that what's for you is for you. And I believe that my babies will come out healthy. I'm having a full-term pregnancy. Another part to the mono twins is once I am 6 months, which I am a local photographer here where I'm from, I'm from Mississippi, but I'm a local photographer, so I had to actually cut off the work that I was able to do this year because, for one, during the coronavirus, scared to go outside, and then for two, once I found out I'm having mono twins, I can't work once I'm at 6 months. So that has been a big transition for me. And once I become 6 months, I will be heavily monitored because the babies will be big enough to entangle for real, like really hurt themselves and hurt each other. So I will be heavily monitored once I am 6 months. That's a process that I definitely wanted to document on my YouTube channel because I know this is not as common, but it's common, so. And it's not a lot of information. There's not a lot of people who are being open about their process out of fear and out of doubt, and I just think that allowing somebody to use my story to get a pinch of information, hopefully I could be helpful and optimistic and inspiring to just not be fearful and just taking it one day at a time, because that's really what I'm doing, one day at a time. So I'm currently 16 weeks. I'm having a lot of daily struggles. Being pregnant with twins is a lot. I'm growing really fast. I'm actually going to post a picture here of me now at 16 weeks, but I also want to post a picture when I was 12 weeks, and that wasn't even long ago, and I feel like I've grown a lot. Like, the most extreme thing now for my daily routine is fatigue. Like, I will literally do 3 things, 4 things, and once I go home and lay down, I am done for the day. Like, and I really have to push through and work and edit and get things accomplished. And starting my online store, it's just a lot of things that I've been doing have been conflicting with me being pregnant, and a great transition because I'm a really independent person and I do a lot for myself. But now, me being pregnant, everybody's like, no, don't put that on the shelf, don't pick that up off the floor. I'm like, I can't live. So that has been the most interesting thing, the transition into adapting to having twins, and I think that's just going to be a lifetime thing once they get here. So hey, so this will be my first entry on my journey with mono twins. I am 26 years old. These are my first set of babies, so this is just a wide adventure, a wild adventure. Okay, if you have made it this far in this video, you should go ahead and subscribe. I mean, hey, you've listened to me talk for about 15 minutes so far, so yeah, hi. So I'm trying to upload every week about this and just keep you guys updated on everything, and anybody who wants to tag along for my journey, riding this thing out on faith. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you later. Bye.